Welcome to your Feel Good Slow Flow. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. We're going to begin with a gentle warm-up standing on the knees. Stack shoulders over hips, hips over knees, and tuck your toes under. Inhale tall through the spine and gaze out ahead of you. Place your right hand to your low back near your right hip, press the hips forward, lean back and reach your left arm up and over. Breathe in and out through your nose. Straighten the spine, place your left hand to your low back behind your left hip, and again gently push the hips forward and lift your right arm up. Come back to center, face forward, place both palms to the low back for support. Lean back as far as is comfortable. Take one breath here. Inhale, straighten the spine, reach the arms up. Side bend, right fingertips grab left wrist, lean to the right. Inhale back through center, side bend to the left, left fingertips grab right wrist. Inhale back through center, interlace your fingers behind your low back into a fist. Straighten out the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together, breathe in as you lift your heart towards the sky, draw your fists down towards the ground. And then as you exhale, send your hips back towards your heels, lowering the crown of your head towards the ground, lift your fist up and over. And again, inhale to stand, drawing your fist down towards the ground, open the heart. And once more, exhale, hips towards heels, crown of the head towards the ground. Gently release your hands down in front of you, come through tabletop pose, and then move through a few rounds of cat-cow. So as you inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. As you exhale, round through the spine, chin to chest. Inhale. And exhale. Keep flowing here on your own, moving with your breath. Warming up the spine. Take about 5 more rounds. Bring your spine back to center, tuck the toes under, send your hips back towards your heels, come into a toe squat. If this is too much for you, you can untuck the toes here. Now draw your right ear towards your right shoulder, place your right hand on top for support, breathe into the left side of the neck. Bring your head back to center, release your right hand down, draw left ear to left shoulder, placing your left hand on your head for support. Breathe into this gentle assist, keep the spine tall. And then bring your head back to center. Plant your hands down in front of you, untuck the toes and tap the tops of your feet against the ground. Keep the toes untucked, set the hips back towards the heels. Coming into a seated position, begin to roll the head around. Getting rid of any tension in the neck. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Good. Place your hands down, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Root down through your palms. Press your heels gently down towards the ground as you relax your head and neck. Breathe. From here, inhale high on the toes, lift your heels up off of the mat. And then exhale, sink the heels down. Again, inhale the heels high. Exhale, release the heels down. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Root down through your left leg. Inhale the right leg high, three-legged dog. Bend your knee and stack your right hip over your left hip, coming into scorpion down dog. Breathe into your hips. One more inhale. Straighten out the right leg. As you exhale, release the right leg down. Inhale the left leg high. Bend the knee and repeat the same thing on this side, stacking your left hip over your right hip. Breathe. Inhale to straighten the left leg. Exhale, release it down. Gaze at the top of the mat. Walk forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Step your left foot back. Come into a runner's lunge. Bending into your front knee, press your hips down, keep your back knee lifted. Feel this deep stretch in the front of your left hip flexor. Gaze out ahead of you. Now place your left palm on the mat. Place your right hand on top of your right thigh. Take a gentle twist to the right. Gaze up at the sky. Coming into a side body stretch, come onto the outer blade of your left foot. Heel toe your right foot so the toes are facing the long ways of the mat and your right foot is in line with your hips. Press your left hip down. Breathe into the IT band. Now press into your left palm, lift your hips and reach your right arm up and over a side body stretch. Release your left hip back down, right hand on thigh. We'll do that once more. Inhale, lift the hips up, reach the right arm up and over, and then come into pyramid pose. Turn to face the front of the mat once more. Straighten out your front leg. Inhale, halfway lift, square off the hips, and then exhale, forward fold. Getting a stretch in the hamstrings. Take about 3 deep breaths here. Inhale to lift your gaze, come into lizard pose. Walk your hands inside of the right foot, heel toe your right foot towards the outer edge of the mat. Lower your back knee down. Staying on our hands for this variation, walk your hands towards the top left corner of your mat and then lower your head down. Try to let go of any tension in the shoulders, the upper body. One more breath. Inhale, lift your gaze, walk your hands back to center. Come into a low lunge, heel toe your right foot towards the center of the mat and then inhale, reach the arms up. Come into Gomukhasana arms. Left elbow will bend, placing your palm in between the shoulder blades. Your right arm will come underneath and around. So you're hooking your fingertips together and then drawing the elbows away from each other. If you'd like a different variation, you can simply bring palms to opposite elbows behind the low back. Whatever variation you're in, we'll take about 2 to 3 more breaths here. Keep your chest lifted. Breathe. gently release your bind, plant your hands down, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, turn to face the long ways of your mat, walking your hands to the center and then all the way to face behind you. Plant your hands, step your left foot back to meet your right foot, downward facing dog. Come back to your breath here. Bring your gaze to the top of the mat and step forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Twice more just like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Step your right foot back. Come into a high runner's lunge. Keep your hands down on the ground. Press your hips down. Keep your back knee lifted. Place your right palm down on the mat inside of your left foot. Place your left hand on top of your left thigh and twist to the left. Now spin on the outer blade of your right foot. Heel toe or slide your left foot down so it's in line with your hip and the toes are facing the long ways of the mat. Feel this stretch along the outside of the right leg. Now press down into your left foot. Inhale the hips high and reach the left arm up and over. Exhale, release the hips down, left hand on thigh. Inhale once more, side body stretched. Turn to face the front of your mat, straighten out the left leg, coming into pyramid pose. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Take one more deep breath. Lift your gaze, bend into your front knee, come into lizard pose. Heel toe your left foot towards the outer edge of your mat. Release your right knee down. Walk your hands towards the top right corner of your mat, and then relax your head and neck down. Take about 2 more breaths here, breathing into the left hip. As you inhale, lift your gaze, walk your hands back to center. Heel toe the left foot towards the center of the mat, come into a low lunge. Root down through your front foot and reach the arms up overhead. And then we'll move into our shoulder stretch, finding the variation that feels best for you, either grabbing palms to opposite elbows behind the low back, or reaching the right arm up and over, bending at the elbow, and the left arm will come down and around. Interlace your fingertips, gaze out ahead of you, and breathe. Take one more breath here. And then gently release your bind. Place your hands down, framing your front foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and step back into downward facing dog. Melt your heels down towards the ground. Breathe into the backside body. Now step your right foot forward, turn to face the long ways of your mat, coming into a wide-legged forward fold stance. Spread the legs as wide as is comfortable and then walk your hands over towards your right foot and fold forward. Now lift your gaze, turn your right toes out slightly, straighten out to your left leg, come into a side lunge, bending into the right knee. Keep your hands on the ground for support. Breathing into the inner thighs, the hamstrings. And then inhale to lift the hips up high, come back through center, wide-legged fold, and walk your hands all the way over to your left foot. Fold over your left leg, completely relax your upper body. Lift your gaze slightly, turn the left toes out, straighten out the right leg, side lunge. Press the hips down. One more big breath in. Exhale, release. And then inhale, lift the hips high. Walk your hands to face the front of the mat. Step forward, come into ragdoll pose, bringing hands to opposite elbows. Gently sway from side to side. Root down through the feet. Release your hands down to the ground. Bend your knees and come all the way down into a seat. Hug your knees into your chest and rock onto your spine, releasing your back to the ground. Come into happy baby, bringing your arms inside of your legs, drawing your knees towards your outer ribs, gently rock from side to side, getting one final stretch in the hips. Now draw your knees together and come into a supine twist. Relax your legs over towards the right side. Melt the shoulder blades down into the ground. Bring your left arm out wide and then close your eyes. Breathe and relax into this twist. Take a few more breaths here. And then gently float your legs towards center, readjusting your hips if you need to. And then relax your legs over towards the left. Place your right arm out wide. Close your eyes once more. And then breathe into the stretch. Take one more last deep breath. And gently bring your head back to center and float your legs back to center as well. Release your feet down and prepare to come into our final resting pose. You can choose to come either into shavasana with the legs extended, or you can come into reclined butterfly pose with the soles of the feet together. Take a moment to get completely comfortable, and once you've found your position, close your eyes. Take a big breath in through your nose and a slow cleansing breath out through your mouth. Feel your entire body relax. Soften the muscles in your face, your shoulders, your arms, and allow your legs to be heavy. I'm going to offer you 2 affirmations here now. I'll repeat them both twice. I focus on what I can control and make peace with what I can't. I focus on what I can control and make peace with what I can't. I am thankful for all I have and all I will accomplish. I am thankful for all I have and all I will accomplish. If there are any other affirmations that come to you, feel free to repeat them here silently in your mind. And now enjoy these next few minutes in your shavasana. And I'll call you back when it's time. And gently bring your awareness back to your body. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. If the knees are open wide, gently draw them together and place your feet flat on the ground. With the knees bent, place your hands behind your thighs and rock yourself up. Come into a comfortable seated position with the eyes closed or gaze soft. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Feel yourself relax, grounded and centered in your being. And take a moment here to honor yourself for showing up on your mat. As always, ending our class with gratitude. Bring your hands to heart center. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.